So one of you asked me to talk about getting an MA in anthropology and that being your terminal degree. So I'm Prof O, I'm a writing and anthropology instructor, and I'm here to just answer any of your questions and help you out. Before going on my spiel, I thought that I would turn to Reddit. This can actually be a great forum just to see what other people are saying regarding this exact topic. Sure enough, this is exactly what came to mind because I had people in my master's program who did not want to go and do a PhD, and they wound up in museum studies. And of course, there is corporate anthropology. So you can go and do, I know UX research was really hot in the last couple of years. I know that job market's been a lot more difficult, but market research is UX research's cousin. So there's plenty of areas where people will need your skills as an analyst, your ability to find patterns in large data sets. Okay, so here's a response from an archaeologist. That's not my field, so I'm a little bit more limited in what I can say, but I can tell you that I was in a program with other archaeologists who did not want to do PhDs. And they were telling me about their job prospects and some of the things that they were doing. So keep in mind, I was doing my degree in Canada in the province of Ontario. With that said, I know that what I'm about to describe exists in many different places. So before construction happens, the land has to be excavated. You got to make sure that you're not building on top of, for example, native people's ruins and such. And so that was the type of jobs. So this is from Google, and you can see the list is pretty extensive, and I screenshotted it just because a lot of these job titles were ones that I also found other anthropologists who did an MA or an MSc. These were some of the things that they were doing. Okay, so teacher, international development, forensic scientist, HR specialist, policy analyst, journalist, social worker, cultural resource manager. Instead of me reading everything, you can just take a look here and here too. So maybe now is a good time to just remind everybody that public health is a very common field that a lot of anthropologists get into. That's especially if you have a concentration in medical anthropology. So there are actually many different things you can do with your training as an anthropologist, and I would even suggest not doing a PhD unless you want to spend a chunk of years reading, okay, because you have a burning question, or if you have a plan to become an academic or a different career path that requires you to have a PhD. Okay, and we can talk more about that later if you want. Just let me know. So hope that helps.